is shoot?
I don't know, but he sold me on it the way.
The way he said it. Yeah, he's good with words.
I believed in what he meant, and that's all I need. That's really all I needed. I just need to believe.
He's a genius too.
Yeah.
I know, like Johnny's looking crazy smart.
Welcome to the Youngblood podcast. My name is Joshua Clifton, and thank you guys for stepping in and taking time out of your day. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm excited about this podcast because I'm also invested in some of this guy's art. And let me introduce to you my new friend. All right. MYLOH REMORA, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You got it.
I got it.
I just that was good.
I mean, we didn't even practice that.
I'm used to people just giving me the Milo.
No,
they don't even get the Remora. It's like, bro, that's my name, MYLOH REMORA.
Well, I should have asked I should have said. You want? I mean, it's on your Spotify, dude.
I know, right?
You get it.
I think people just get too lazy to do the actual like. How do you say? What's that R word? Like,
do you roll that first R? Remora.
Man, I actually, even though I can go rapping, I can't do the.
You can get it. You'll get it.
My girlfend
takes
can.
practice.
Yeah,
of course.
Remora.
Remora.
That was
you
good.
could double
Bro,
R that. You could double roar that.
MYLOH.
Remora.
Hey.
There you go.
Some people call me Mylito.
Mylito. I like
Alejandro.
that, man. I like that, dude. You get it.
Yeah.
I dig it. Okay, so
yes,
if it's your first time here at the Youngblood podcast, let me lay it out for you. We're gonna sit here and chat about your life, MYLOH.
For sure.
We're gonna talk about that first time that you decided. A lot of us like music, right? A lot of us take in art, but something switches in us where we want to quit being just someone that takes it in. We want to interact, and maybe we might want to create, and we might want to try to find our own voice, our own vision, and put that out in the world, and maybe see if we've got something to say.
Absolutely.
And throughout that time, there were songs, there were movies, there were books, there were people that helped you get along that path, and whether it was through art, and we usually focus on art, but baby, we can go anywhere. Okay, it's your story, so let's do it. So
for sure.
If you can think of little MYLOH, all right, and you can go back as far as you want to go.
Little MYLOH.
Yeah, man. Like what was that time where you were maybe you were driving in a car down in the back seat, and someone was playing something on the radio that just stuck with you. You hummed it, or maybe it was something in a movie that you saw when you were young, and or maybe it was something that another friend showed you, a CD or a video game.
Wow.
A good soundtrack. Do you remember what that was?
It's funny because when you were saying all that, I'm like, I remember that. Everything you were describing, it was that moment in the car when I got Eminem's Encore from the, What was it? What was that little store? The Verizon, not the Verizon store. It was like a V. They sold CDs. It was with a V. They sold CDs. They sold DVDs. They sold like.
What is it, V?
It's like it lives now like in a Barnes and Nobles. The way it is set up.
FYE.
Virgin store.
Oh, Virgin Record store.
Yeah, it was kind of like the warehouse. So I remember going in there. My high school crush or whatever didn't show up, so it was just me and the homeboys.
Yeah.
Like, kind of.
She said she might not show up anyway.
It was quite a dry night.
Yeah. But Eminem, dude.
Eminem, so
he came to your rescue there.
Yeah, man, I was like, so I went and got the Encore Eminem album, and like when I bought it, and that wasn't the first time. It was just I'm just giving you significant moments in my childhood. Right. So when I got it, I was like. It was like I got the greatest prize ever. I couldn't wait to crack that sucker open. Like I was like, oh, got in my mom's car in the back seat, and they were talking. I'll never forget it. They were talking. Everybody was like, I had these big old headphones, just sitting there looking out the window, just listening to like Toy Soldiers.
Were you in Dallas?
Oh no, this was California. Rancho Cucamonga was where this happened.
Okay, so you're driving in California, listening to
Eminem, and
do you remember what song stood out to you on that record?
On that record, so that record's super mid. No offense to Slim Shady.
No. Right. But you still found something in there.
It was I like the like toy soldiers on that one, and I remember like this is how weird I am.
Yeah.
I was thinking about a girl while Like Toy Soldiers is playing, but it's the way it sounds, not the concept.
Right.
I'm just thinking about
right.
And I got it. So like that was where it started. That was not where it started, but that was one of my younger moments. I can remember just being like, I can't believe I have this music art product on me. Like,
I can't believe I get to interact with this.
Yeah, I'm opening the booklet.
Well, since that record itself was kind of mid and probably not what you would want to showcase, like your love for M.
Yeah.
Like what song would you, if you were gonna say M at his greatest?
Man,
boom.
So I'll give you my first story of Eminem because he's the one who inspired me. If there was a rapper, he's one of the three.
Yeah,
right, who inspired me. He's great.
He's on your Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore,
yeah.
And he's.
We might need to go down the other three.
Oh, we will. We can. Yeah, we can go. We can go. Remember the rabbit hole, man, all the way. So
this would be our Mount Rushmore episode.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we can go all the way. I'm a talker for sure. I never forget it. I was in my childhood bedroom, and it was like it had to have been early morning. I don't know how this is so clear in my brain. My brother Daniel, he used to burn CDs like all the time, right? Him and my dad just burned CDs, boom, boom, just all the time. And like everybody was talking about this Eminem's album, how dirty it was, how disgusting it was,
right?
And it's like watching Mad TV or something. You're like, I want to get to like the Cinemax. You want to get to like.
You couldn't believe he said it.
Yeah,
you couldn't believe he did that.
I popped that thing in that day. Pause. I popped that thing in. Pause again. I popped the record in. I'll tell you about pause if you guys aren't too familiar.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But I literally fell in love with every song on there, and I would sneak for years, even in my teen years, to play that record. And I think my parents just got to a point where it's like, okay, he plays music that cusses in it, and it's. But I started learning rapping through the Marshall Mathers LP. So that's how I learned how to like mimic a flow.
Right.
I credit my fast flow to Eminem because when he did Rap God, I was like, I'm gonna learn Rap God.
Yeah.
And then it just opened up. Now I can do it. So if I learn something and do it with the rapper, I can then take it.
You're gonna unlock it.
I unlock it. It's like you just unlock the fast flow.
There's something about when great art shows you it can be done.
Yes.
It's the same way with, I think I've heard, and I'm going to be referring to something I'm not sure of, but like there was like someone trying to break a certain running record, and then someone broke it, and then literally that next year 3 more people broke it, but it went unbroken for such a long time. But when someone could finally do it, then we're like, oh, we're doing this now?
That's what I do with everything, with music. It goes, my rabbit hole goes deep. And I was telling Cherry about this yesterday. I'm like, I sing the songs that I like, and then like I take the parts that I sound good on, and then I can make a song from what I'm learning. So I could take Usher going no, but say I can't go no. Oh, that's like, but I can take the going, and there you go. So something. So I take a good aspect that I can actually hit octave with the octave. And I don't have to take the end note. It can't be anything in a song.
Yeah.
And I learned that through manipulating flows from stuff like Eminem's music. So I never actually vocalized that.
That's cool. That's cool. It's like seeing how you break it down for your. Look, we're all blenders, right?
Yeah,
like we're all taking everything in, even the bad. Sometimes we take it in, and it flavors you. I mean, I hope that it gets cut off when iron sharpens iron. We're trying to make good, but it
never ends.
It never ends.
You get something and then you want something. It's the hardest part about this. It's like I celebrate, so like me and Johnny just talking about Come On did everything we wanted it to do. And what do I do immediately? Go right to the next stress. Like, oh, now okay, we accomplished Come On, and we did everything we wanted to do with that song.
Well, let's talk about that song for a second while we're here on it.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Johnny is on the podcast too. Say what's up, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
All right. So you guys worked on Come On together. It's a great song. I think it's a phenomenal song.
Thank you, man.
I think it's, and I've always determined whether any of my songs are good because all my songs I want to release are predetermined awesome by me.
Amen.
That's why we put them out, right?
Well, you're preaching right now.
Come on. So, but my kids, like if I hear them singing that song later on, it's an earworm. And I played them "Come On" a couple months ago, and dude, they haven't quit spinning it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Shout out to your kids.
Yeah, man. So, but let's talk about that.
Origin story?
Yeah, give me the origin story of "Come On." How you want to display that?
I'll give you the origin story. I was sitting, man, and I'm gonna try to not go in a rabbit hole, but I was sitting in my room.
No, man. Go.
Man, when I'm on,
yeah,
you know the flow state, like on the movie Soul.
Yeah.
It's so real, right? When you're just in bro, I was in a week or so flow state.
Yeah, you're in the cut, you're in the groove.
Bro, everything I was touching was coming out good.
Yeah.
I mean, Come On came I was just zoom, because I just write the hooks first. And then I go back and do that's why all my stuff usually unfinished. And I remember just playing this beat. I had this beat. And I'm just like, sad about your ex, baby, X him out. And I sat on that just like, and then I heard the guitar picked up.
Right.
I'm gonna be the man that you're texting daily. And then everything just jumped on the paper. Everything came. Boom.
Yeah.
I just had it. I was like, I'm not gonna finish it because you just never know. Maybe I could find the right voice for it. Go and do Little with Johnny. We're recording Little with me and King Hiller. King Hiller, one of the goats.
Which is
Shout out to King Hiller.
Yeah, which is where I met you, actually.
Yeah.
I heard of you.
King Hiller is a beautiful person. So me and Johnny, I might have been like second or third time I seen Johnny. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, this guy is like low key a high key a genius. Like this guy is crazy. I don't know. Is he a computer process? Like, is he actually? If Johnny said I'm artificial intelligence, I'd be like, that makes sense. So I think it was at the end of our session. I just sent it to him, or I show it to him. I show him that one in another song, and he was like, "Yep, that's the one." And that's yep. And so then everything I like to know everything he did after that. That was my reaction to it.
Man, I heard maybe one or two versions of this as you were working on it, and when you guys were done with it, I was like, "God, it's so good." Johnny, what do you have to say about it?
I love that when it hit you, it just hit you, because when he showed me the demo while we were recording with King Healer, he was like, "Hey, do you want to work on a song together?" And then he showed me that one. When I heard the demo, everything that changed from that point on, as far as production wise, that I brought to it, it just hit me too.
Boom, 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 boom.
It feels like It feels like a familiar song that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
So true.
When I heard it, I was like, I know what to do with this.
Yeah. It was like it wrote itself.
Yeah.
And it was.
That's a great way to put it. There you go.
It just wrote itself.
It wrote itself because it was supposed to be. Some melodies are that, right? And I can't, I want to stress that when I say it's familiar, I've never heard it though.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. I don't. It's just interesting.
You know what that is? It's because when I'm singing, I'm not really like singing. I'm like still rapping, but it's singing rap.
There's
but
something there, man.
It has that like Nickelodeon vibe. Yeah, it's like it's like Capri. It's like the nostalgia people think about in the '90s. It's like '90s nostalgia. It's like you could taste that
slime. You could,
oh no.
Yeah. You can't say that on television.
I don't yet.
On Double Dare.
It's dope. It's Double Dare is lit.
Mark Summers on Double Dare. Remember that? Yeah.
I don't know Mark Summers, but
he was the host.
Dude,
I'm old.
Why do I think everything is that dude on all that?
Keenan and Kel?
No, the Caucasian dude.
Oh, O'Malley. Mike O'Malley?
Maybe.
He was in the Crag, Super Crag or whatever. You remember that?
Yeah. I remember. So
talk about rabbit holes, huh?
What about Angela Anaconda?
Angela
Kablam.
I don't know this.
Hey.
Come on, send me. Where are you going?
Anaconda?
I don't know.
You never heard? That's a Nickelodeon show. Look it up. Angela Anaconda.
Angela Anaconda.
Some of the creepiest animation style you'll ever see.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Kablam was pretty lit. So that's what that song did for me, and I was worried about it the whole time because I was like, I'm like, I know what we have here.
Yeah, it's great.
I hope that people like it.
People seem to be connecting with it, dude.
Right?
Johnny
took it. So I took it how I feel like, and then Johnny's verse, which, bro, Johnny, you smoked that verse, dude. Like, dude, Johnny came in there. He didn't say sad about your ex. He said sorry about your ex, bro. You're moving on now. You're done. Like me, I'm empathetic. Johnny, nah, come on, bro. Johnny came in there like a superhero. You're sorry about your ex, better. And it just then that end part, when it just like is all like after his verse, and it's just like, boom.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's how excited I get about songs that. I'm excited. Like that's the flow state. It's the burnout or the flow state for me.
It's just something cool when your antenna is receiving.
Yes.
Where whatever that is doing, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you know that it's. Sometimes when you're making art, you know that you're supposed to be making art.
Yes.
And that's when it feels the best. Doesn't mean when it doesn't feel like you're making art, doesn't mean that you should be making art. That time's important too. Like that time is like the growing time to go, let's see what I have, because sometimes I got to work. This is why I put in the hours and the work to get me through this drought period. But that sunny day is coming, man. That reaping the harvest is coming.
Dude, a song, like when I'm in the flow state creatively, which I've been recording so much the last couple of years, that it's coming more. It's not coming as often because I was telling Johnny, I've told so many stories. I've recorded, and this is no cap. Cherry's here, you can ask. I've recorded 300 songs in a 2-year period.
That's amazing.
It's nuts, and I literally have to force myself to stop trying.
Right.
So that's where I get burned out, is because you get it one day, you get it, come on, and you get a bunch of stuff, and then you got 2 months of just looking for your next come on, your next sane.
Well, I think the exercise that you are doing is sometimes, I mean, you got to get through stuff. You got to keep going. I mean, like there are pieces of those 300 songs that gives you a come on.
Yes.
Right.
Come on is probably, so if I could just off the top of my head, I probably have 10 songs right now that I'm like, this is come on like level. I knew come on was one of my babies. Come on was one of my, releasing my babies to the world. Like if I released like my last song, Full-Time Emptiness I put out, I love that song.
Right.
But it did perform well. It did really well. But if it didn't, it wasn't like in the day.
Yeah.
But come on, and songs like that, that's like a baby of mine. It's like, I have to have this. And so that's, some songs are like B. I don't release my C's. Anything is like A or B, you know, like.
Well, some things you put out because you know it's supposed to be out.
Yeah.
There are no-brainers, right?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Come on's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
You go, I mean, if I don't put it out, someone's going to.
Yeah, somebody's going to come up with that idea.
But there's also things you put out because you're still that artist looking.
Yeah.
You're still looking for that.
You're right.
You don't want a tired sound.
No, you do not. And I'm glad you said that. I think that's why I think I've have so much written. I have enough written. My next year or two is already planned, like step by step.
Nice.
So I think I do need to take like 4 or 5 months to just stop writing.
Yeah.
Even like listening to the same songs. Like I listen to so many great rappers: Eminem, Jay, Andre, Kendrick. I
was about to say Andre, man. He wrote like that though too, right?
Yeah.
Song after song after song.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking for something, but music isn't, and this is what I have to remind myself is, music should never be first. It should always be second behind my life, myself, my well-being. I forget that. I'm like one of those. I'm like that Fiona Apple level. Like I go into stages where I don't see anything. I see nothing, and it's hard to even bond with me sometimes, as far as like because how do I step out? Like when I go home, like I go right in. Like I literally go, when I step in,
go method.
I go in. Like I'm looking for that high every day, Sunday to Sunday, every day, and I love it. It's so weird. It's like, because that flow state, the flow state is like, flow state is like, it almost feels sexual.
Yeah,
but it's
I
not.
got it.
Is that weird to say?
Saying.
It's like
No.
it's like the same feeling you get like sexually.
No, I understand exactly what you're talking about because I feel it a little bit. Well, I feel it a lot of it.
Okay.
I'm trying to be, I guess, PG, but
Yeah.
but no, I mean it doesn't matter. You know.
Love you, Lord.
Yeah, but no, man, the way you perform on stage and sexually is very hand in hand, man. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we'd be silly to say that. You tell me that you see Jimi Hendrix playing guitar and you don't think there's something sexual
Yeah, it's
about
like
that, or Stevie Ray Vaughan, or even, I mean, Aretha
Yeah.
Franklin,
Yeah.
Coco Taylor.
Who?
Coco Taylor, man.
That's a dope name.
Coco Taylor, she was a dope singer, man. Her and Willie Dixon.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite singer
Oh,
or musician? Who are your 5 most impactful
dude,
musicians?
We don't got time, but I'll tell you the 1 and 2 where I think if you were to track down if you could, the easiest way to say who is Joshua Clifton as a musician, you go 2 routes with Johnny Cash and Ray Charles. So those 2. There are a myriad of other things that led me to, but
You got a great ear already just for that. Just that's a strong.
Well, I mean, it's like Johnny Cash was like this stone cold voice that I don't know. There was something about him that was, even in his boldness and his steady vocals and everything, there was some melancholy in there.
The end is near, right? He did a song.
Yeah.
The end is near. Is that
he
him?
did Hurt.
Hurt.
Is
Okay,
the
who
one
did that song?
The end is near.
The end is near. The end is near.
That doesn't sound like Johnny Cash, but
My bad.
I want it to be Johnny Cash so badly.
I got you, bro. Let me hit him up. Oh yeah, hit him up.
The end is
Yo,
near.
Johnny, come make a cover of this real quick.
Yeah.
WWE used it once. That's where I got it from.
But Ray Charles was the best guy to ever do it, I think. Like the way he sang and the way he moved on stage is
What is talent musically?
Oh,
Is that a dumb question? There's no such thing as a dumb
what
question.
is talent
Like,
as musically? Look, talent. Yeah, to me, it wasn't mean to you. To me, it means it makes me feel or move.
I was gonna say, if it's something like that makes me move, something that evokes a
Provokes, inspires.
Yes, inspires. Something that stands. It's in you. It goes in you like it's a consumption almost. Like it's like.
Well, I mean, like if we're talking about art that inspires, we can take this to your next after M. Like, how old were you whenever you found M?
So I'll give you 2 things. I found my first ever time of trying to be a musician was 11, and I think I was 10 when Eminem's Marshall Mathers came out.
Yeah.
So he directly influenced it. It was.
Wait, did we ever say what song of M's is your favorite? You mentioned
My
Rap
favorite
God,
Eminem song ever. Rap God wouldn't make my top 50, but the Summer Lama Duma Lama You Was Summer Lama Human that whole joint, like I do. But my favorite Eminem song is No Apologies, and I want to give you the most honest. I know No Apologies is up there.
Yeah.
It changes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Eminem, so when I got cheated on in 2010.
That'll do something to you.
Yeah, like I got cheated on. I started smoking weed, cigarettes, drinking, popping pills.
Yeah.
All because of this girl.
Right.
So I went from sober over for 18 years to completely a drug addict with a broken heart.
Yeah.
And I never will forget this. The Recovery album from Eminem came out. Now, that's not his best album.
Right.
It's like poppy, has these pink hooks that people don't like. But if there was one album in my life that I probably cried more to and actually lived with that album, it was that one. And Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Dude.
I lived with those albums.
That
like
records.
Even the
Badass.
one, Mr. Morale and Big Steppers.
Yeah.
Like, and again, Cherry, we drive, like, during some hard times, we play that album, like. But Eminem Recovery, I was just a young rap kid trying to find his way. Man, I lost my way completely, and the only thing I had was music. Like, it's so corny, and it's not cap, but it's not true. Dude. It's real.
You know how many dudes have come up to me and we've connected over music because people have a hard time expressing themselves. That sucks.
I know why, though.
That sucks, but it's complex.
Yeah.
And we haven't done a great job at loving each other in the past, right?
People are, I'm not going to cuss in church. I have too much respect for Laura, but people are rude. I'll tell you why. Everybody likes to, like, people, I have a certain crop of family members who rock with me in MYLOH. Alex Foster and MYLOH REMORA. They give me what I need. They play my stuff.
Yeah.
They respond. But then I have this huge crop of family member and friends who just act like it doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. And to me, you don't have to like my music. That's fine.
Right.
You don't have to think nothing of it. But you don't even acknowledge what I do. Like, you skip past MYLOH because you can't deal with the fact that at 33, 34, I'm still pushing as it the same day. I'll tell you this, since I was 15. Yeah. So I started 11. Since I was 15, I've been on this same exact path. And they're so scared to be like, how was your event? You don't even ask me how my event is. Like, bro, I just threw an event my first, like, they don't, because they hate the fact that this guy thinks he could, oh, you think you're going to be a fan? Grow up. What does being music have to do with immaturity? Like,
let me say two things here. First off, MYLOH, you need that, though.
I need that. Yeah, you're right.
You need it.
It keeps me going.
Why? You don't need it to be easy, man.
Yeah.
Because you want to know every person you connect with, every stream, every picture you take after a show, every event you connect with a handful more. And you know you earned that. That's not fake things you bought. You earned
right.
And
you're
number
right.
2, dude, man,
you probably have that experience as a musician.
We have to go. We have to, for us to still be doing it, dude. We had to stop. This will say the number 2. This will be in the number 2. I, for a long time, thought people were saying he needs to grow up.
Yeah.
Every time I posted something about my band or a podcast or some other thing I'm putting out, there was a little bit of regret that I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
In sales.
Right. Yeah, sales. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or insert whatever you do.
Whatever thing.
But I'm going to tell you that
it hurts.
I wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That doesn't mean that if I was a plumber or if I was a lawyer, that I couldn't be happy or that I wouldn't be happy, you know?
I said in one of my songs, I want to live a passioned life.
Yeah.
And that's what this is all, none of this matters, but it's, you know what I mean?
I think I will tell you
grand
this,
scheme
though.
wise.
I think that I found out that I don't think too many of those people are saying what we think they're saying. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're saying he needs to grow up. Actually, having met quite a few of those friends that I thought were and I'm talking a decade and a half of me in my head. If I post a thing on social media, and maybe they never said anything, so in my head, saying nothing sounds echoes the loudest, right?
Absolutely.
So saying nothing makes me think that, like, oh, they're probably thinking, why doesn't he grow up? Why doesn't he do this? Man, later on they came up to me and goes, man, I'm so glad you're still doing it.
I'm proud of you. You're still doing it. Yeah, I'm proud of you.
I've had people come up to me and go, I think I'd just be devastated if you quit.
I would be pretty sad if I heard you gave it up. I hate.
I've been doing it too long.
When I hear people quit, I feel bad for them because that's what you got kids or whatever. You got your family, but this is mine. You know what I mean? When I think of music.
I've said this maybe too many times, but I do think it's something that I really do believe in, and I've said this, and I think you understand.
Okay.
I think whenever we get to a certain age, that coming of age where maybe you're supposed to commit to a career or college or post-college, and you were still maybe playing music, or you were playing or painting or riding horses or whatever. Yeah. Whatever thing, if you could get paid to do, would never feel like a day of work.
Yeah.
Really. Like, I mean, it would be tough. I mean, being in a band and writing music is tough, but it's worth it in the end because we're having a blast doing it, and you get to see the thing we made together. But some people get to that point in their life and they stop doing it, and they just go, "Hey, I have to quit the band because I'm getting married, or I need to focus on a career, or I got kids on the way," and those are all phenomenal reasons to focus up. Admirable, and I'm not talking crap about that.
Absolutely.
I would argue the only thing I would counter that is that I think a lot of people probably could have figured out a way where they didn't quite say goodbye to all of it.
Yeah.
They put it on hold. Maybe they still did it on the side or something like that. And some people do that, and I think it's great. And I'm sorry, I'm ranting here.
No, do your thing. I like it.
I think that a lot of people did starve that side of themselves. The problem is, I think that side of them is as important as an arm or a leg, and they starve. It's like if you cut off one of my legs, I'll survive, but I'm still good. I'm gonna be different.
Yep.
I'm going to be different.
Oh yeah, you're going to for sure feel different, and it's never not going to be something you recognize.
Well, I don't know if it was the intention. I don't know if your intention was to ever not be that, at least part of that. I think you were gifted with a side of yourself that you end up starving.
Since I was, as long as I can remember, and as long as I could remember. I've always took. I got what was this? So a couple creepy things I used to do. I wonder if you used to do.
So this would be great. I like creepy things.
I love creepy things. So I used to write in my journal about all my crushes from 2nd grade till my senior year of high school.
All right.
And I would rank who's my favorite crush each year, and then not only that, I would have a song attached to each girl of each year. And then not only then,
I'm jealous I didn't do this. This sounds awesome.
So like Evelyn would have like Bobby Valentino, Wants You to Know Me, you know, and freaking, I don't know, Liz would have, what was Liz's song? I'm just I Like That by Chingy.
There you go.
So what I would do is I would take those songs, and then I put them, if I really like the girl, all the playlists would be specifically, here's Evelyn's 18 songs. And then when I would play
Stephanie's, Casey, and JoJo.
Facts.
Yeah, right.
And I would take every day and I would just play the song while shooting the basketball, and just every time the song would come on, I would turn my brain directly to that one person. And then the next song come on. That's an interesting. Eventually I started writing like that. So then I would be like, I'd write letters to Evelyn or whoever.
But are you doing this in your journal, but in your mind too?
All at the same time. It's all happening. So I would find excuses to listen to music to think about girls. And then my second biggest thing I would do is I'd get really depressed. I would intentionally sometimes at school get massively depressed. And so I'd, get in my Eminem dark stage, and then I'd start writing depressed.
You felt like you had to be a tortured artist.
I wanted to be tortured.
Right.
And that sounds so crazy to say at a church, but I wanted to be tortured and I had a sick connection to music, younger. And I didn't really realize it till I got a little more perspective. And like my dad had it, and my dad will tell you this. He has a CD closet, huge CDs. Once I started getting into it, I would just grab a CD.
Yeah.
Anything, just grab. It wasn't about the artist or the genre at that point.
Yeah.
Grab, go.
Go learn.
Lose a CD somewhere. Grab, go.
Yeah.
And then my poor dad, sorry dad. My dad had this whole collection of CDs. I lost so many, like hundreds of.
Let me introduce you to a club that it's called a Columbia House.
Mm-hmm.
And if you pay for one, and the shipping of 7, you get like 20 CDs.
Oh, bet. Let me hook my dad up.
You ever heard of this?
No, I haven't heard that.
You remember this, Johnny, right? Did you guys ever deal with this? The Columbia House? I might be the only one old enough to remember it, but there are people on the internet that know about this. We'd get a catalog in the mail, and it'd say you literally would pay for 2 CDs for the next year, and you would get 20 CDs.
Really?
Yeah, and so many people would just...
Bro, if CDs were still in,
yeah, man.
Oh, I'd be all over that.
Yeah,
I think it was... You, and I'm sure you and Johnny and other artists have had this. You know that moment when you're first starting to write a song, and then you're like first time you've ever written a song, and you're like, I want to be a rapper. When I actually seen me connect a 16, which is 16 bars,
right?
It was trash, but the fact that I actually...
You did it. You landed it.
I was like, bro, I just wrote a rap song. Like, imagine, you know, and that floodgate kept getting open, and I just, like, now I crave it more because I've heard... I don't know the hottest rappers anymore, but back then, probably up until about 2018, I used to just be... And this went on forever, until I met my girlfriend. That's when it kind of became one person for a whole thing now.
Right.
It's weird. It's like, but then I'm sometimes try to make her my obsession like that in my mind, so I can. But then it's weird because she's her and we're together, and but I can't get those same like weird like cuckoo things. I have to find them in different ways now.
Yeah, well, that's trying to figure out to mix things up.
Yeah,
finding things to mix it up.
That's why I do
working
video
with
game
different
songs.
People
yeah,
too. Yeah,
yeah, I love working with different people.
Sometimes, with different. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't always work out. That's why you go out there and find out. You know, you got to go out and find out.
Preach that. Johnny was. I got very blessed to meet Johnny because some people are not as easy to.
Are very blessed to meet.
You got the verse yet?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Well, that guy can come up with so many hooks.
I'm just gonna give him like half of my. I'm gonna just give him a bunch of half songs.
Yeah,
and just pay him like $9,000 and just be like, bro.
I think he'd do that.
$9,000, I'd do anything.
Yeah.
Wait, not anything.
I mean,
I'd do some $9,000.
What wouldn't? Let's find out what we wouldn't do for $9,000. Where's that line?
I wouldn't kill anybody.
No.
I wouldn't hurt anybody
That's
anyway. I do not hurt people.
Yeah.
I don't physically. I'm not a fighter. I could fight probably, but I hate hurting.
Yeah. Anytime I've been in a situation to fight, and I had brothers, so I was in plenty of situations.
I'd fight them. I'd fight them.
But even fighting my brothers, I never liked hurting them. They'd push my buttons.
Yeah.
And I'd be in the process of, I guess, punching them.
Define
or whatever.
hurting.
Well, we'd get in fist fights.
Oh, okay. You guys. Oh, yeah. We never got in fist fights.
We were rowdy, dude. I mean, we were brothers. But, whoa.
Hello.
Bug in here. Anyway, let's talk about the moment you started doing. You said you started doing music twice. You started when you were younger, and then you started again. The second, I guess, revision of your vision of what you want to do artistically. What put you on that path?
Wow. So there's a couple, but I think the number one like moment. Okay, they're two. They're connected.
Tell me them both. That's good.
I had a crush on a billion girls in high school. Sorry, babe. By the way, this is old stuff. This isn't me now. For people listening, Milo's a womanizer. No, I'm not. Like, dude, I'm a geek.
We liked girls.
But I was a younger, young and the world's new. But there was a girl, Sarah. She's still cool, by the way. She's married. Sarah Gonzalez. I'll probably show her this because she's funny. So she was cool actually. Really chill, like kind of like cool vibe girl in my 5th period class in my freshman year. And we would just kind of exchange letters back and forth, just exchange letters back and forth, nothing crazy. But I was like, yo, she's responding to letters, so maybe I have a chance with her. She's hot.
Right.
She's way hotter than me in my mind, because I'm like not fully developed as a person. Like,
who is at 14?
I know, right? Like I'm still like, I go to the gym.
Yeah, we're 14-year-olds, man.
I would go play like a whole full court game in the gym and just throw on the clothes after and go to the next class. But she was vibing. So I gave her the Biggie Ready to Die Biggie Life After Death album, right?
Okay.
And I was like, give me a CD you like. She gave me Love Angel Music Baby by Gwen Stefani. I was like, bro, so I took Home Love, Home Angel. Two classics, right? We go get the Lamb at some point, boy.
Great.
That's a classic.
That's good.
But that was opening up doors for me, because what it did was it made me a complete, like me being like, super hip hop, super, like I was more like, just a brother, like whatever.
Right.
I was not like, so that helped me become more well-rounded. So I took that home and that album, like, now it was cool because the music on Lamb was so wide and adventurous. So I related that to Sarah, right? So I asked Sarah for a number. We had a couple like nothing chats, I think. Long story short, I'm walking out the class one day, this short dude and some other dude from the baseball team come up to me. If you ever mess with Sarah again, I'm gonna whip your ASS. I'm like, that's your boyfriend. And me and my homeboy Burhan, we're just sitting there like, we're both not scared, by the way. I'm not a fighter, but I'm like, I probably could take this guy.
I wouldn't mess with anyone named Burhan.
So, but I was still weird. Yeah, no, Burhan's pretty chill. You got to meet him. You might want to be friends with Burhan.
I already know I want to be friends with Burhan.
Yeah, Burhan's chilling. So
me and him are already best friends.
You like him. My boy doing it out there.
Bro, what's up, dude?
Burhan. That's my guy.
I ride for Brohan.
I'm gonna send him this. He gonna laugh when he sees this. Burhan's chill. He's got a beautiful family. My boy made it. I don't know. He's balling out there. But anyway, so all I know is I didn't want to fight the dude because I'm not a fighter.
Right.
And then me and Sarah just fell off for years. But I took that feeling from Sarah and I wrote an Eminem style diss record on her dude. And that was the first time I used emotion to be like, F you mother, and it was terrible. And
you had to find it.
That helped me become a better rapper because
we're all in quote unquote bad bands to become better bands, right? I mean, you got to go through. It's the same way like how you create now. You're still kind of writing, bad stuff.
Yeah, but
you're just better at knowing what to put out, right?
But back then, when you first start, you want to hold on to everything. Right. You're like, oh my gosh, this is my Grammy song. It's like, bro, it's not.
You think that, it's your first fruits, right? You're sitting there and you're going like, hey, I wrote a song.
It used to be so crazy back then to write a song, like. Right. And I was thinking this yesterday, like if me and Johnny were both like 18 and went to the same school, like 16, right? And we went to the same school, right?
Right.
And we have the same tools they have now. We're the same level of status that we are now.
Right.
Imagine us putting Come On out in high school at 16. Boy, we would have literally blew up. Like, oh my.
Been the king of McKinney's.
Bro, me and Johnny.
High school, right?
Bro, I went to, wherever.
You would have been.
Let's say with the McKinney High School, we at least Come On with the same type video and like. I was me.
They would have carried you out like you were Bayside. Bro. Zach Morris and AC Slater.
Johnny, we'd be at the assembly. Sorry about your ex, bro. People literally be going wild. So I didn't develop my skills until about 24, 5 is when I finally could say. Everything before that is like hit, miss. Like 25.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, it does.
We think that we're great at 18. Gosh,
can't help it.
The music I put out when I was 18.
What does it sound like, bro? Come on.
It was not good, dude. It was just pop punk. It was fast pop punk.
That sounds cool.
It was cool, but I mean, it wasn't good. I mean, like,
what's a good song?
But it needed to happen for me to get to where I was. I mean, I don't hate it. Yeah. I'm not ashamed of it.
You shouldn't be.
I like it. All that stuff. I wish actually I had more copies of it. You know, some of it I don't have anymore.
Yeah, I lost some too. That's a sad feeling. You just want to hear it to just be like, bro. I think
where I came from. I want to hear that.
Nostalgia though could be, it's either the greatest thing that can carry you, or it's the biggest what's the opposite of greatest? It's a hindrance.
It's the worst thing.
I'm like, I find myself waking up sometimes like, whoa, I'm 34. Oh my God, I'm 30 freaking 4 years old. Well, I'm 33, but I'm gonna be 34 like.
Right.
And it's not that I'm sad about it. It's not that I'm depressed. It's just, it's like, wow, how did I go from like.
Time goes, but I'm going to tell you something, man. There's something about realizing that sometimes when we're thinking about time passing, we're worried that we're running out of it. That's sometimes we're worried about that, but I think we're supposed to be just focusing on what we can create it, because when I create something, I feel like it slows time down.
You're absolutely right.
It's those times that I feel like I'm going, what time do I have?
Yeah.
What time? I'm not going to do it. It'd be cool whenever I can do that, and you spend time planning and everything, and there's some time you got to spend planning, but sometimes you got to start doing.
It's hard to turn that, for me, when it gets on, when that light goes on, especially when I'm in the flow state. I have a problem shutting the light off. The light shuts me off. So it's like I exhaust myself trying to catch it.
Yeah.
Even on social media, I be on there so much networking and talking to people, and that I just like lose complete sense of like Alex Foster myself. Like I told my boy Choice today, Choice from ESO, one of the dopest rappers. I told him, I said, bro, sometimes I have to wake up and remind myself that like I'm a person, because I keep living for the image of MYLOH, the idea of MYLOH, like trying to book something or do something or set something up or write something. I be forgetting like I need to like watch my diet. I need to watch, because 4 months ago, I was in a long break. And I had got to the best muscular shape of my life, which I lost it all. Got to the best weight, the best health of my life. Soon as I picked back up and started doing music again, it just is like it carries me. It's in a I lose sense of natural Alex. Like I gotta care about my person before I care about the artistry, and I gotta learn how to combine those forces. It's like a bad Dragon Ball fusion. It's like we got too much of one person and not enough. Like we're supposed to be Vegeta or Gogeta, but like it's all Vegeta and barely Goku. Like I let the music take over my self,
right?
You know, and it's something I really got to figure out how to. I just don't know how to do it because it's so ingrained.
Well, it's definitely a slippery slope whenever you're trying to promote a thing and you get into a rhythm of it, right? The problem is you don't want to lose yourself, kind of like what you're talking about. Like you forget that you're just supposed to enjoy it too and relax, right? And that's what made you kind of maybe interesting to other people too. So you don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
I'd tell you how to. I'd tell you that you probably need to. My ignorant brain would tell you that you need to figure out a way that you're find a good routine, because it sounds like you focus on just in what you told me, and I could be completely wrong. So sorry if I'm overstepping.
No, do your thing.
But it sounds like you're doing this thing great, and you go, holy crap, I got to do this other thing too.
Yes.
And it's almost like it's hard for you to do both those things. You got to do something else.
Yes. Absolutely.
So you got to figure out a way, either A, how to balance yourself between being able to do two of those things at one time and still be yourself, or find a team member that can help you.
I need to.
Those things.
So I think I think going with you, like I need to slow down what I'm intaking, not my output. Yeah. So like I don't have to be on social media the entire duration of a song release. Like, I'll be on social media. Oh, mention me in a comment, go on my page. Right. I need to like be on there a little bit, make sure I get what I need to get done, get right the heck off.
That's probably your best. That more than anything you've said is like that's probably it, because I know I hate social media.
I hate it too.
I'm sure a lot of us, but not hate it in the sense that like we know it. We like interacting and everything. But we also know the slippery slope again of getting caught in the whole game and going, why am I here? I was supposed to be doing and focusing on this. So I think you're right in the sense of like trying to find balance and like, okay, this time, maybe 2 times a day, you're allowing yourself 15, 20 minutes to get on there, interact at this time, and then again at this.
Get in, get out.
And then you're going, I'll answer everyone I need to interact in those times. And if not, I'll do it again tomorrow.
Do you do that?
No, we should, right?
Yeah.
I will tell you, I'm so busy that I've gotten pretty good at not needing to, but I had to do something like that to back myself off. I also, it was a blessing in disguise. I actually got locked out of my Facebook for like actually it ended up being 3 years.
How did that feel?
For a month, it felt horrible.
Yeah.
Felt like I was missing out. And then after that month, I don't even like being on Facebook anymore at all.
You know what I'm afraid of though? To go with that? This is where I'm fearful. I feel like if I keep the foot off too long and actually do fall in love with something else, I'll just completely disappear from everybody.
You mean like if you took a break from social media, or you took a break from music?
I think one thing that keeps me going on my breaks, because my audience knows me to take breaks for sure. And this is the first time I don't take breaks. And I'm intensively not taking a break because I see it's continually working. And
it's hard when you see those numbers going up.
Yeah, it goes up.
You don't want to take that break.
You don't want to take that break. And so like what I do when I take break is I prepare for my next music thing, and it kind of inspires me. I don't do it, I just prepare for it.
Yeah.
But I think once I get in there, like I told you before, once I get in there, it's not that I'm out there like doing crazy. I'm not doing drugs or nothing. But example, when I was at when I threw my event, Adventurism at about a month ago.
Yeah.
I was drunk off my behind, and I get like that, right? I get like these events, I get excited, but I also have to network with so many people and talk. Yeah. That I get like, oh, this is easy. All right, yo, what's up, everybody? Here we going crazy.
Yeah, but you kind of got to be that sometimes in the heart of the party. I mean, I
want to be like that, but like, so I feel like God sent me for a reason.
Yeah.
To do music, but I think He shows me little things, but He also is telling me now I need to figure out how to work better with my music in my life. Which, Johnny, do you ever go through that work? I mean, how do you work with your music and personal life? Because I'm curious just to how like other artists like
juggle personal life.
How do you juggle?
Maybe your online and musical persona.
Yeah, how do you juggle both?
And not getting not get a divorce or
get depressed out of your mind, smoke 17 Johnny, cigarettes in a minute.
Take it.
I'm always shuffling different scheduling things, kind of like what you said earlier, Josh, with like a routine. I'm all about routines, and I'm constantly tweaking it, trying to find what works, what doesn't work, when am I more creative. And I probably do it to my detriment, but every once in a while I find one and I go, ooh, this flow feels real good. But I have to give myself days like, this is a work day with the real world. You don't get to be creative today. Yeah. And I just have to accept it on that day.
That hurts.
And then it does, but then you have, at least for me, ever since I have a kid now too, and it started really with that. My personality does best knowing that on Wednesday's creative day. You get to do whatever you want on creative Wednesday, and then Thursday you got to work again, and then, because like I would say Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays are almost all real world work days, and then Thursday nights too. And so it's like, it just depends. But usually my personality, if I have something like real world responsibilities that's in the evening, I just take that whole day and do real world stuff.
I might have to start doing that. Like, I think my problem is, to go with Johnny's thing, is that I do my real world stuff, but I force it, and it intervenes in everything. This is why I get kind of upset about people who don't, like people who know me, who don't bring up MYLOH, because I put at least 40 to 50 hours a week into MYLOH. just trying daily. And but I need to do what Johnny's kind of saying, because, and even what you've been saying, I need to like learn how to just, that Wednesday is also my day, by the way. Yeah. That's my creative day. You know what I mean? And
it's a good day to be creative.
It's just a good day. Wednesdays are chill, bro. Even the show's pretty chill.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
But, and you know, that'll help some of the, I'm a really happy-go-lucky guy, but I'm pretty bitter about, because I'm a rapper. I'm a battle rapper. More than before, I'm an alternative artist. I'm everything, but
you're supposed to have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, I use it. Yeah. Do you write raps?
Man, I mean, I think I could, but I never did. I'm not bold enough to say.
Bro,
I listen to a lot of hip hop, a lot of rap, but I wouldn't be so bold to say I've never written anything that I think is good. You know?
So, it's like, I have all these old friends, right, from back in the day, and they used to like, everybody used to be like, oh, I'm the best rapper. So I used to like be like Ash, Pokemon trainer, but as a rapper. So I would go to people, and this is back in the day, and I would rap against them, and boy, I'd win. And I'd probably say out of any battle besides, there was one with Ian Karan, I lost.
Yeah.
There was one against Choice, I lost.
They still have rap battles in Dallas at all? Do they?
I don't know.
I think I'd like to go to one.
So
I think that'd be a very interesting.
My persona's changed a little bit. Like I used to cuss in my music. I haven't cussed in my music and except for old stuff, but I don't write cuss.
Right.
So there's like a certain level of like you know, me and Cherry were trying to continue to get closer to Christ.
Okay.
So there's certain levels I can't go anymore. Boy,
I get it.
I used to be the one to swing.
Well, I mean, you want to be, if you're rap battling, I guess that's what you'd say.
I like to go straight for the.
Yeah, you would want to go for a hit 'em up Tupac style.
I go for the
and you can't do that.
Yeah, I go for the, and it's a practice craft. You know, like Choice has some lines on our new song coming out. That's gonna be out on October 13th. And he has some lines that are like straight to the
jugular.
And I'm like, ooh, I think in my head like, ooh, if I can go there again, like I don't, but it's because, you know, I want to be a dad one day, and you know, I personally I can't wait to be a parent. I don't want my child to maybe be a fan of his father one day and be like, Dad, I want to hear all your music, and then he's like, I want you to go back to like when you used to say these, like, because I used to say some really crazy stuff, by the way. And I actually like this energy I have now. It's just that, like, outwardly, if you look at my page and my life, you see usually smiles and happiness and like whatever. But like, I suffer in the silence a lot just because of how much I'm trying to convey it. I also think there's a self-esteem thing that goes on too. Yeah. I don't think anybody would ever look at me and think, oh, this guy's got self-esteem issues, but I definitely am self-conscious as MF.
Well, I think a lot of us had that imposter syndrome a little bit.
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah.
A lot of us deal with that.
Because you don't know what's the...
Man, I mean, if you're not taking risks, then I mean, there has to be some risk. Whenever you're if you're really stretching yourself as a musician, as a creative, as an artist, sometimes you got to step out on a limb. And when you're stepping out on a limb, it's kind of shaky. You're trying new things. Yeah. You're being vulnerable. You're being, I'm doing something that maybe I'm uncomfortable with, but hopefully people bounce it back and it becomes a great thing. Maybe it's a learning thing.
I've got, aside from the family members and people in my closer circle who try to push MYLOH out or don't acknowledge MYLOH. Yeah. My audience, my friend base is what I call them. It's good. My base of people, like when I
seems like you have a very active and supportive fan base. Man,
they love me. I don't know, and they like, I get messages like there's some real people who like love MYLOH REMORA, and I love them. You know, like and it's dope because I built that my whole life, just like what Johnny was talking about. You don't, and it's hard. You call it a fan base, or it's hard sometimes because you don't know what it is. But it's like when you drop something, they're like
a family, dude. It's a community, bro. It's a culture.
My last song, the first day it was going up, like the Full-Time Emptiness was going up like this. Then second day it was just quiet, and I was like, what happened to my friend? The third, fourth, and fifth day, I kept getting messages. Bro, so sorry. Hey man, this song is like, and it was like, I didn't even say nothing to them about it.
Right,
That's
awesome.
They came to my seeing a good portion of them at my show.
That's
what I threw. It was like, and we were all hugging and like, I don't want to be the day people start like acting like fans to me, like in the sense of like, oh my god, it smell. Nah, it's like, what's up, Milo? What's up, bro? Like, it's chill.
Well, we need it. We need each other. We need them.
There's
something about, I think there's some great artists making great art while understanding that we need each other.